Welcome back to Mind Operative. I am your host, Ben Baker. Got this nice new shirt. It says embrace the suck because it's kind of sucky right now. So somehow we ended up in the overlap, which is between an apocalyptic looking society and still having to set an alarm for work. Cities feel like they're held together with duct tape and vibes, but your boss still wants that spreadsheet by 9 a.m. And we're all pretending that this is normal. But it's not. It's not normal. Let's just be clear. We're riding a two-party train run by career criminals in nicer suits. And the wildest part is they've convinced everyone the problem is each other. We buy it. We hook, line, and sinker. There's red hats yelling at the blue hats yelling at the red hats. Meanwhile, the engine's on fire and the tracks end at a cliff. We're speeding toward a cliff. And I feel like the crazy guy on the train screaming, "Hey, everyone, we're all going to die." And everyone else is arguing about whose fault it will be after we hit. Again, they're just waiting for the next argument. How they can defeat the next argument. Teeing up months or years in advance for an explosive argument later where they both can capitalize off of us, take our money, and use it as they see fit. For over 200 years, this thing worked, roughly. And it wasn't perfect, but it was functional. Then they decided to change the way we're taken care of, stop listening to the American people, and start doing whatever they want. That's why you've been voting for the same parties forever, and our infrastructure has just been tanking the entire time. That's why you're still broke as shit, having a hard time, struggling. It's because of these people. Suddenly, in just a few decades, these last few decades, they looted the place like a smash and grab. Insider trading like crazy. Pelosi. All of them. What is that? Dan Crenshaw. You think they don't actually, you think they earn all that money? All that millions of dollars after they get in? What is that? Ilhan Omar got in, 40,000 in debt. And then 4 years later, she's got like $40 million. Yeah, because that happens to me. It happened to you. It happens to the average American, right? But they stand up and they argue and you guys argue too every day. You argue with your mom and your dad and your family because of their political status. You let these people divide your homes, your families, your friendships. I got sucked into it too, but I'm pulling my way out of that. I'm fighting against it because the way I've seen it after the past few decades is they both are full of shit. They're both using us. They promised us a bunch of shit that they didn't. Whether you believe in the Epstein thing or that you don't, and they had information on it, then they didn't, and now they have a lot. People lied to you. They got into positions where they got powerful buddies and friends, and they got rich off of it. I used to trust a lot of people, and I just don't now because they're all full of shit. The money laundering is crazy enough. They money launder through policy and laws. They get a bunch of buddies together, they rile up a bunch of people, get them to pass this law. This law benefits is passed. Now we must do these things, whether it's the climate agenda or high-speed rails or any of this stuff, school stuff, healthcare especially. You don't think fraud's in healthcare? They do this, and then they go to their buddies, and they say, "Hey, I got something for you. Just give me a little kickback on the side. That stuff happens all the time. That's more rampant than anything. They talk about fraud, waste, fraud, and abuse. Really? You don't think they've been doing that for the past 2 decades? This is just now a problem? And you got people actually on certain parties fighting for it. Like it's okay. Oh, you're a racist. You're this or that. Stop. Stop with the bullshit. The ideology shit is over on both sides. I know you want to hold on to it on the far left and even far right. You guys want to hold on to it. You got to let that shit go. We're no longer about it. Have you guys noticed that the political climate's changed so much that you can't even call people these names anymore because they hold no weight whatsoever. And people are starting to be more bold and loud and abrasive than they ever have been before. I hate to admit it, guys. People on the left agree with me. You guys let this happen. You made this happen by always constantly using the term racist against somebody or opposition or Nazi or this or that. Eventually, it holds no weight and they just go, sure, whatever you say. Call me that. Yeah, that's fine. And the same thing on the right. You can only call them demon rat and all this stuff before that you're completely alienated them. The talking has been over. It didn't end with Charlie Kirk. It's been over for decades. You guys have not been able to sit in the same damn room and really have a logical conversation without it stirring up hateful feelings and then blowing up families and leaving. Am I wrong? If I am, comment below. Tell me how fucking wrong I am. I don't think I am. It's affected me. It's affected my family. I've got people on all sides of the spectrum that I love. And I love people. I do. But we let these guys get away with money laundering, taxpayer-funded lifestyle luxuries, fancy dinners with friends. They go have their little diddy fuck parties with their friends on your tax dime. They decide where your money goes. And then they lecture you about responsibility. And you're going to have to give a little more. And you're going to have to stop having a wood-burning fireplace. And you're going to have to stop having gas in your house and all this stuff while they still do. Stop. Just stop. They decide where your money goes. They lecture you and tell you what to do. And you get in line because your party said so. And you vote because your party told you to. They said it's going to be the end of the world if I didn't do this. On both sides. I hate to break it to you, but the rich billionaires in the world are not going to let you completely derail the train. They're going to let it go as far as to killing each other, yes, but they will be protected. They have military strength. They have security that you can't afford. They have bunkers that they've built like crazy these past few years. Nobody paid attention about that nor cared about that. Look it up. Google it. Zuckerberg built a big-ass $140-something million bunker. A bunch of the other ones, too. Oprah has them. All of them. Peter Thiel. All of them. They're serving you? Or are you serving them? They say they're serving the American people. But apparently that means 5-star meals, private jets, parties that look nothing like public service. Galas. And fancy dresses that say tax the rich. Are you kidding me? And they are terrified that one day you'll stop watching the talking heads on paid news media. Yes, those announcers that are sitting behind those teleprompters are paid. Their whole goal was to get famous, to sit behind that damn teleprompter and talk to you. They make tons of money doing it. They read teleprompters. But they're telling you the truth. Rich billionaires over here want to spend billions of dollars and build fancy shit studios because they want to keep you informed. Because you, little man, matter. Really? You really believe that? They're afraid that you're going to stop watching their talking heads and start asking the adult big boy and big girl questions. Like, why are you rich? Why are we so fucking broke? Why is our infrastructure failing? Why do we have a 1970s infrastructure when it comes to everything else, and the other third worlds like Thailand and all that have bigger infrastructures, giant concrete, massive rail systems, BTS, all that. And that's old, by the way. You go over there, that stuff is an old system. But we don't even have shit like that over here. Not really. Not like a lot of these other places that are overseas. Yes, I will give the American people and the gratitude and the credibility that we do have a strong dollar. It does go farther in certain parts of the world, but there's some parts of the world it doesn't. It's actually less, right? But again, these people are afraid we're going to look up and we're going to say, why are we broke? Why are you rich? Why are you constantly getting rich? And why does accountability never apply to you? If that happens, if you actually pay attention and look up and see how we're all getting screwed together, they're keeping us at each other's throats. They want to start a civil war. They want us to be harming each other and treating each other like shit. They've got this shit down to a T. They can control you. Everybody's on their own algorithm. They believe completely, totally different realities than you. On the Dem side, it's evil this, evil white man, evil that, blah, blah, blah. All the Republicans, all the all conservatives, oh, Jesus Christ. And on the right, it's demon rats, this and that, corruption, blah, blah, blah. Gay, all that stuff. That's all they're trying to do. These are designed to control you. I'm trying to just give me the benefit of the doubt that they don't give a fuck about you, really. That you have a taxpayer social security number that's really just your barcode. Can you agree with me on that? If you look up and you find out and you start asking these questions, why are you getting rich? They're not going to have their taxpayer funded freak shows. No more rules for thee, not for me. How did we ever let this become normal? And while we're arguing over culture war scraps, that's what you're doing. You think you're an activist for something? The girl that got shot by an ICE agent, you think that was normal? You think that it was normal that she got riled up somehow, some way, social media, that instead of being at home with her kids, she was out driving around barricading herself in front of ICE agents, and she got shot and killed, and her parents. You know who the real victim is here? The kids. The family. That's the victim. Because they just lost. The left got a martyr, just like the right got a martyr with Charlie Kirk. Now we're in this new age where it's sacrifices. Human sacrifices for money. Have you noticed that after every time somebody dies, that might even be notable or not, there's always a fucking GoFundMe page behind it that's massive, wildly expensive. It's right in your face. They're sacrificing people for money and profit. Well, if I go do this activist shit and it actually doesn't end well for me, at least my family can create a GoFundMe page and get rich off of it. To me, that's what I see, and it's maddening. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. If I'm right, agree with me. Share this stuff. Because I'm sick and tired of playing like all of this is normal. This is not what you were born to do with your life. You were born to be more, to do more, to be successful, and actually believe in yourself and have a future that believes in you too, that wants more for you. We're supposed to be leaving this place for our kids better than we found it. And it is highly upsetting and disappointing to me because I feel like we're not. And I'm here creating this channel now. I don't really want to do this shit, truthfully. But I have no choice because I have to talk to you guys and go, hey, you guys are fucking this up for your kids and mine. They can't afford housing and shit now. You think they're going to just graduate college and walk into a fucking $1 million mortgage? Are you kidding me? So I need you guys to wake up, start voting for policies and holding these sons of bitches accountable. This tech priesthood that's out there is already planning the next phase. Billionaires. Gates, Thiel, Musk, all of them, all have their fingers in the cookie jar, pining and waiting for this other stuff to happen. They're currently positioning themselves around AI, automation, and I'm in both of those, so I get it. I track it very closely. That's why I can see all this shit, by the way. I'm a military strategist, so I know all that side of everything. So now I'm putting it all together for you so that you don't have to, because my brain works in 4D chess. But they're getting behind all of this. AI, automation, rare earth resources in places like Greenland. You think that this was just a Trump thing? All of a sudden, Trump just wants to go invade Greenland and Venezuela? What's in Venezuela? Minerals, oil, all kinds of stuff. Greenland, same thing, minerals. So, these elites, and there's news about it. Matter of fact, I'll pull it up here in a minute. I'll even post a link to it. But all these guys are getting involved so that they can set up and mine rare earth resources like in Greenland and even Venezuela. Mining is the future where you're arguing with strangers online while you're arguing with bots online, AI bots that are literally designed and programmed. I know this because I've programmed bots before, many of them. They're designed to do exactly as you teach them. You can give them names, personas, all kinds of stuff. And they will argue with you online. So you're just talking to a screen and you're angry and you're venting at some shit that doesn't even matter at all. Meanwhile, Thiel and all these guys are planning freedom cities. Isn't that adorable? Freedom cities. You've also heard them called smart cities. Isn't it funny? Like in Maui, it all burns down. And then people come to buy with venture capital and all these different types of capital firms. And they can buy all these plots of space and land for pennies on the dollar. And that's normal to you. That's totally normal. There's no fraud, no nothing, no setup, no nothing there, right? Then it happens again in the Palisades. Again, it was all an accident. You see, there's this thing called plausible deniability. It's where these big rich elites can turn around and just literally go 5 or 6 layers deep, hiring people to hire people to hire people to hire people, hire a bum off the street, go set a fire, go do this. And they benefit from it. Freedom cities, smart cities, they're the same thing. It's cute, though, that they use the word freedom cities in this one because they want to keep it. Oh, to speak to the right people, it's got to be around pro-America, veterans and power and all that stuff like that. And I'm a veteran, by the way. I'm very, very conservative in lifestyle when it comes to my family. I believe in God. I work hard. I believe in, fair and, working by merit, right? Benefiting by the fruits of our labor, doing the right thing. saying the right thing, being your absolute best. Like, these are all foundational things I believe in, right? So if you're looking at both sides, you know, which side am I probably going to lean a little more to? But everybody knows that about me. Everybody knows, oh, he's a veteran. He's pro-America. He's pro-military, pro-veteran. You damn right I am. I always will be. It's just how I was wired. It's how I was programmed. That was my algorithm, right? But these guys are going to build these freedom cities, these smart cities. If they're on the left, it's smart city. If you're on the right, it's freedom city. It's the same fucking shit. But what billionaires really mean by freedom isn't really freedom. It's usually meant for them. It's their freedom. For you, it's what? More surveillance, more dependency, more digital fences with better branding. It's beautiful. It will be the golden age, all right. Just not for the people clocking in while the world burns politely in the background. So yeah, wake up. You don't have to be angry. You don't have to be hysterical. You don't have to kill people. You just have to be aware. And if we can find a way to unite around this message, then we got a shot. The moment you see the overlap clearly, the illusion breaks. You're stuck in between apocalypse and being a day slave, a tax slave. And once people stop pretending that everything is fine, that is when the game changes.